last name?
Roach, R-O-C-H.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
C-H-E.
The best moment, I think, happened when I got there right away in the morning. The best moment was when I walked in and met a young man, and I was there very early, so he was the first person there with me. And this young man was in the 7th grade and said, I'm into chemistry. And my eyes bucked. I said, a 7th grader talks about chemistry?
I was surprised at the number of young men that were there. When I got there, it was close to 100. So again, that was the first thing that surprised me when I walked through the door.
On behalf of the Detroit Morehouse College Alumni Association, we want to thank you for taking time out of your Saturday to join us for our inaugural STEM Illumination event. What we're going to do from here is we're going to go in groups of 2. There's a huge elevator right down here. So we'll go to the 4th floor, and there's going to be a big room with chairs.
Just as we get started, the format for today is going to be real open and direct and forward. I know a lot of you guys are going to seminars and programs before, but we don't want this just to be another boring seminar or program. The volunteers that are here, we all here because of love, man. We love what you guys represent as far as our future. Because at the end of the day, if y'all don't make it, then we don't make it. You feel me? We're all connected.
My name is Franklin Wilkerson, and I am the president of the Morehouse Alumni Association Detroit chapter.
This is your event, fellas. If you got any questions, there's no question that's out of bounds, okay? If you got anything you want to say to us, I don't care what it is. This is your event. This whole thing is set up for you guys.
I was invited to a dinner by Dr. Bill Jackson, who was a Morehouse alum, class of '54. And what he was doing was introducing me and a few other people in Detroit who were in the medical community to Dr. Tanya Matthews.
My name is Tanya Matthews. I'm the president and CEO here at the Michigan Science Center.
So at the dinner, she talked about a program that she was familiar with or that she had been involved with.
We were talking about the things the Science Center was going to do and how to get more African American men involved inside the Science Center. And that's when we started sort of creating this event about could we get African American men who are currently working in STEM jobs to bring young African American boys with them to the Science Center.
This event was geared to have 50 professionals engage at least 100 young men.
And I gotta be honest, I used an old trick, which is I kind of made a little challenge, a little bet, saying, well, you know, it'd be nice if you could do this, but I understand, it's hard. You know, maybe you can't actually pull all of these young men together. Maybe you can't quite get your team, but if you get a couple folks in there.
We didn't have any formal marketing campaign for this event, no formal advertising. We really just sent some emails throughout our network, and the response we got was overwhelming. Our initial goal was to get 100 young men to participate in the event. Well, we were well around 150 when we had to turn off the online link.
Some of you are living in rain right now. There's rain falling all around, okay? Now, we can't stop the rain from falling, right? So if you don't have a dad in the house, or you got some drama with your mom, or you got issues at school, we can't stop that. But what we can do is provide you with some cover through this program that we're starting. When you come in from the rain, get dry, we'll even give you a little drink of water or buy something to eat. But we gotta send you back out, but we're gonna give you an umbrella.
You are welcome in this space for whatever reason you need to be. But beyond that, I'm telling you that you come here because you are men of great expectation. That we expect a lot of you because we see beyond what other folks want us to see and know that you are capable. Science, technology, engineering, math, STEM. I was the lone example of, the non-African American male who got to speak to the group. But I thought that was important to remember that as we march, we've never marched alone.
The way that we got Dr. Lewis Sullivan here was really on the heels of Dr. Bill Jackson. Dr. Bill Jackson was a classmate of Dr. Lewis Sullivan's in 1954.
Having Dr. Lewis Sullivan, the founding dean of Morehouse College, in my building was clearly, if I may be honest, a run-tell-that moment. I told my mother, I told my family, and I have to say it was the power of possibility.
Whatever your circumstances are here, you can really rise and build your own future so that you will be successful, you will contribute to the lives of other people, and indeed you'll be able to look back upon your career and say, I've made a difference not only for me, but for many other people. So that's the purpose of the session here today.
We had a panel discussion where we had breakouts with the young man, about 8 different groups that focused on different areas of STEM. And we had our volunteers, who were mostly STEM professionals, engage the young man in each group. So we had about maybe 10 to 12 young men in each group. So that gave us an intimate, one-on-one kind of interaction with the young man.
What was probably one of the highlights of it, not only seeing how engrossed the children were, that these young men were, but how excited the presenters were. They were so happy to see these young black men being so interested in their future.
We really wanted to expose these young men to the possibility, and we decided that required conversation. The reason behind the breakout sessions was to really give folks an up and close and personal look at not just at the job, but at the man who held the job, so that people could begin to see themselves in that role. So that was really what was critical about the breakout session, that face time, that personal time, that was about more than just the job. It was about the journey to the job.
We have approximately 300 alums in the state of Michigan, and we span every area of society.
Morehouse brand is unquestionable. It is one of the pinnacles of African American male achievement, education, and success.
Was to harvest all of that, the resources that we have, to really again try to impact and change the world around us, which is the mission of Morehouse College, of a Morehouse College graduate, is to really change the world.
This organization is making a real effort and a real invitation. And by the way, we are Morehouse. We will make sure that this organization and its experience are excellent when you get here, because that's all Morehouse men do.